Greetings all and welcome to lecture for week 3. Our theme for this unit is sex and gender in late Renaissance Florence. So today I will give you an overview of the importance of gender norms and hierarchy in Florentine society. As we will see, regulating people's sexuality, both male and female, and especially in the upper classes, was seen by enforcers of sacred and secular law as essential to a stable society. There are few historical topics which are trickier to discuss than sexuality and gender. Admittedly, I am not a gender historian, but I will attempt to give you a broad overview of the way sexuality was managed in late Renaissance and early modern Florence. I should also mention that we will mostly be discussing sex and gender issues as experienced by the upper echelons of society, because we simply don't have a lot of information about the lower rungs of Florentine and Tuscan society in general. We have many more sources about the way elites and middling sections of society experienced and constructed sex and gender. So first, we might start off by thinking about some popular misconceptions about people's sexuality in the past. Without knowing anything about the topic, one might assume that Renaissance Italians procreated wildly. They had large families, that girls were married off at the earliest date possible to much older men, that infant mortality rates were extremely high, and because of that they encouraged a certain coldness about the loss of death, a loss of children and death. And this is something that impacted or made colder relationships between parents and children. Well, as it turns out, in a few of these misconceptions, there is a grain of truth. Because our readings for this week treat what may at a first glance appear to be unrelated subjects, marriage, homosexuality, and the culture of elite women in the Renaissance, I'm going to explore and try to make links between these topics. In your primary source readings, the letters of Alessandria Strozzi, you'll likely note the appearance of some of the themes I will touch on in lecture.